It is 7:30 in the evening. You are running on fumes. The house is a battlefield of scattered toys and half-eaten dinner, and your patience is completely gone. So you do what millions of loving, exhausted parents do. You turn on a cartoon. Just 20 minutes of peace. The glow of the screen washes over your child's face, and they finally sit still. They look calm. They look quiet. You take a deep breath, leaning against the kitchen counter, grateful for the silence. But beneath that quiet exterior, inside your child's tiny, developing brain, an invisible storm is brewing. And when the screen turns off, the meltdown begins. You know this moment. The tablet clicks off or the TV fades to black, and suddenly, the child who is sitting like a little angel is screaming, kicking, crying, and fighting sleep as if their life depends on it. You stare at them, bewildered. You think, I just gave you what you wanted. I let you relax. Why are you acting like this? You feel the familiar, heavy sink of parental guilt. You think you did something wrong. You wonder if your child is just difficult or if you are simply failing at this whole parenting thing. But what if I told you that this isn't defiance? What if this bedtime battle has nothing to do with your child's behavior and everything to do with the biological trick of the light? To understand what is happening in your living room every night, we have to look at the brain. But let us not look at it like a cold biology textbook. Imagine your child's nervous system as a delicate, beautiful orchestra. As the sun sets outside your window, this orchestra is supposed to start playing a slow, gentle lullaby. A hormone called melatonin starts to drip into their bloodstream. Melatonin is the body's natural nightcap. It tells the heart to slow down, the muscles to soften, the eyelids to grow heavy, and the mind to rest. It is the biological signal that the day is done and it is safe to surrender to sleep. But there is a secret hidden in the way a child's brain processes light. Screens emit a very specific wavelength, blue light. To an adult, a screen is just a screen, but to a young, highly sensitive, developing nervous system, blue light sends a loud, unmistakable message directly to the center of the brain. It says, "The sun is up, it is morning, wake up." When that blue light hits your child's eyes, the melatonin faucet is abruptly turned off. The lullaby stops playing. The orchestra goes silent. Instead, the brain panics. It thinks it needs to be awake, so it signals for cortisol. Cortisol is the wakeful, alert stress hormone. It is the chemical of survival. At the exact same time, the fast-paced, colorful cartoons, the jumping characters, the rapid scene changes, the bright sounds, trigger a rush of dopamine. Dopamine is the chemical of seeking, of excitement, of wanting more. So now look at your child sitting on the couch. They look perfectly still, but biologically, they are sprinting a marathon. Their heart rate is quietly humming, their brain is firing on all cylinders, and their nervous system is wide awake, flooded with daylight hormones in the middle of the night. They are not in a state of calm relaxation. They are in a state of hypnotic stimulation. Take a breath and let that sink in. When the screen goes dark, they are suddenly left alone in a quiet room with a body full of stress hormones and no dopamine. They aren't trying to give you a hard time, they are having a hard time. Their biology is screaming that it is noon, and you are telling them it is time to sleep. The screaming, the crying, the thrashing, it is simply the sound of a little nervous system crashing. So why do we rely on the screens in the first place? If we are truly honest with ourselves, it is because we are so deeply tired. Many of us are raising children in a way we were never raised. We are the cycle breakers. We are trying to be gentle, we are trying to validate big emotions, we are trying to be present. But we are doing it without the village our ancestors had. We are doing it completely alone, inside the walls of our own homes, carrying the weight of work, finances, and modern life. And for many of us, when we were children, our own exhaustion or our own big emotions were met with punishment, or anger, or isolation. We were told to go to our rooms until we could be quiet. We learned very early on that being good meant being silent. So when our children are loud, chaotic, and messy at the end of a long day, it triggers an old, hidden alarm bell inside of us. We feel a sudden rising panic. We just want the quiet. We need the quiet to survive. We hand them the screen because we are desperately trying to soothe our own overwhelmed nervous systems. The cartoon isn't really for them. It is a momentary life raft for us. And recognizing that is not a reason to feel guilty. It is a reason to feel profound compassion for yourself. You are carrying so much. But this brings us to the most beautiful, liberating truth about parenting. The goal of the evening is not to trick your child into submission. The goal is not to find the perfect sleep hack, or the right calming video, or the ultimate schedule. The goal is connection. When we decide to take the evening screen away, we often brace for impact. We prepare for a fight. We view it as a behavioral issue that needs to be managed. But what if we changed the script entirely? What if we stopped looking at the bedtime meltdown as a problem to be fixed and started seeing it as a little nervous system desperately asking for a guide? Your child cannot regulate their own biology. Their brain is simply not mature enough to turn off the cortisol and turn on the calm. They need a bridge to cross from the high alert, noisy state of the day into the quiet vulnerability of sleep. And that bridge is you. Think about that for a moment. You are the biological bridge to their peace. Not a screen, not a perfect bedtime routine, just you. This is a concept called co-regulation. Long before humans had tablets or televisions, we had each other. A child's nervous system is designed to sync up with the nervous system of their caregiver. If you are frantic, rushing, and anxious, their body will feel that tension and stay awake to protect itself. But if you can anchor yourself, if you can lower your shoulders, deepen your breathing, and soften your voice, their biology has no choice but to follow yours. The first few nights without the evening cartoons will be loud. There will be tears, there will be frustration. Expect it and welcome it. Those tears are not defiance. They are the release of built-up tension. They are the natural detox of a brain getting used to the quiet again. You don't have to be perfect tonight. If you have been using cartoons to survive the evening, please let go of the guilt right now. You were doing the absolute best you could with the tools, the knowledge, and the energy you had at the time. But tomorrow evening, you can try something new. An hour before bed, go around your house and dim the lights. Turn off the overhead bulbs and turn on the warm yellow lamps. Make your home feel like dusk. Let the melatonin flow. Instead of the loud, bright distraction of a screen, invite the quiet power of connection. Sit with them on the floor. Read a book in a low, rumbling voice. Trace the outline of their little hand with your finger. Let them lie against your chest so they can feel the slow, steady, heavy rhythm of your breathing. When your nervous system settles, theirs will follow. It is the oldest, most powerful sleep medicine in human history. Parenting is hard. It is so heavy and it is so beautifully demanding. But you are exactly who your child needs. You are their safe harbor in a very loud world. So tonight, when the house finally goes quiet, give yourself some grace. Pour a cup of tea. Take a deep breath. You are doing important work, the hardest work there is, and you are doing it beautifully. Before you close this video, take one more deep breath with me. Parenting is a heavy, invisible load, but you do not have to carry it alone. If this video brought you a moment of peace or clarity, please subscribe and click the bell to join our gentle community. And if you leave a like, it helps this video reach another tired parent who might really need to hear this tonight. We are in this together. See you next time.